So hello and welcome to the 9th episode of the Spotlight Podcast, the unofficial podcast for Century 21 sales representatives in Canada, where we discuss the hot topics and important news in the real estate industry. So I'm your host, Linas Kilius, and with me, as always, is Eryn Richardson.
Hello.
Eryn is a broker and general manager with Century 21 Heritage Group. Eryn has an extensive background in online marketing, technology, and customer service. And I'm the head of business development at the real estate marketing company, Homeania. So last show we talked about generating leads by efficiently leveraging Google search and advertising. This week, we're going to talk about leveraging Facebook and Facebook advertising to the same end. Facebook is the largest social media platform in the world. You likely already use it today, so why not take advantage of it to help grow your business? Before we get into this, we actually had some emails this week, but not the kind of emails you'd expect. We had 3 emails, all of which had to do with the ant problem I mentioned last week. So if you weren't listening last week, I've got ants in my kitchen. They crept in through one of the walls, carpenter ants. And as you probably know, ants are difficult to get rid of once they get root. So I tried a little homemade concoction we've used in the past with a little bit of borax and sugar water mixed into a cotton ball. And you just kind of put it in a little dish and they grab it from there and they bring the borax back to the hive. And the idea is that they'll feed that to the queen and kill the colony. Unfortunately, it didn't work as well as I'd hoped, as it had in the past. But luckily, we had 3 people give me suggestions. I won't go over all 3 of the emails because one of which just said, just hire an exterminator. It's the best thing to do. It's the only way to get rid of them. But this one was actually a pretty interesting one. So I'll read the email here. So it says, "Hi, Linas. I've been listening to your podcast for a couple of weeks now, and I've got to say I love the show. Keep up the great work." Thank you. "I heard about your ant problem, and I couldn't resist emailing you the absolutely best solution for getting rid of the little pests. You're on the right track with the borax and sugar water, but you're missing the key ingredient, peanut butter. So mix 1 tablespoon of peanut butter with 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of borax, and 1 teaspoon of water. Place this delicious treat anywhere you find the ants, but keep out of the reach of kids and pets. The ants will swarm the peanut butter, bring the borax back to the hive, and in a few days, all the ants will be gone. Look forward to future shows, and good luck with the ants. Jane." Thanks, Jane. I actually did that, and I haven't seen the ants for the last couple of days, so thank you so much.
Wow.
And if anyone has any real estate-related emails they'd like to send along that are relevant, we'll actually also talk about those on the show. There's been a couple, but they haven't really been suitable for the show. But keep the emails coming for sure. We definitely appreciate it, and thanks for all the compliments as well. So I guess we'll just get right into it then. So Facebook, as I've mentioned before, is the largest social media network in the world. You likely already use it. So let's talk about using it for real estate to grow your business. So Eryn, I know you've used Facebook and Facebook marketing very extensively. So how do you use it to help grow your business?
Okay, let's start from really get down to the basics to start off, because I know some people in terms of their experience either just signed on, and other people. Most
people probably share photos and that's about it, right? So
okay. So first of all, the basics of Facebook. Obviously, it's a networking site. So anything you post on there, make sure you keep it within reason of what people you would want your clients to see, even if it is your friends and family and whatnot. But the first thing I do is create a Facebook page. And in fact, you can't do Facebook advertising unless you have a business page. So you're going to, first of all, create a business page that's separate from your account as a social account. I personally believe that your social account or let's say your personal account should still be a business. I mean, I've heard people teach both ways, but I do believe that both of them should really be kept as a business. Never post the pictures of the party this weekend and stuff like that, because you just never know who's going to see it and what they'll think about that. However, you're going to create a page for your business, and when you're creating an ad, it's going to reference that page. That's actually the person that's creating the ad is your business page. Now, Facebook started off fairly simple, maybe 2 different options. You can put an ad that's pay-per-click or impression-based and this sort of stuff. Now it's grown, it's enormous, it's very big. I mean, and they've taken it to a different level in terms of analytics. So it can get a little crazy in the back end to, wow, there's just so much here. But essentially, you're doing all the same thing. What you're doing is you're putting a picture-based ad. So you're going to create either an advertisement or a picture of something Facebook doesn't allow you to put too much text in the picture, but there's a percentage, I think it's 20% of the picture can be text. So if you're going to put some text, make it something that grabs your attention. And then you're going to put that on your page, and there's many different ways that you can promote that through paid means. And basically, if you don't do it through paid means, it's really not going to get seen. But if you do it by paid means, you can boost the post, which is the easiest. And it's just a little click on the picture and say boost post, and you give it a budget and tell how much you're going to spend. And then who you want to, demographically target. It could be just your friends and family. It could be people in a certain area geographically. And typically it would be, right? So it'd be your hometown or the town that you work in, city you work in. The best thing about Facebook over Google is, one, it's picture based. So I think you just get a little more interactive qualities, but really what you can do is target market and really get down to who you're targeting. And that's the benefit of using Facebook over, let's say, Google. Google does allow you to do some target marketing, but I'm going to give you some examples, I guess, of some of the ads that you can do that you couldn't necessarily do with Google. So first of all, Facebook, they have a lot more information about people, right? People are putting on there that they're newly engaged, just got married, just got divorced. So you can understand where the light starts going on when it comes to real estate agents targeting certain areas. If I put a first-time home buyer ad out for homes in my area under 400,000, for example, click here for details. I would and then target first-time home buyers. Now, how do you target first-time home buyers in Google or anywhere else? Well, in Facebook, really, it's so unique that you can actually say anybody who just got engaged to be married, I would say is going to be, percentage-wise more apt to be a first-time home buyer than somebody's owned homes before. So I would do something like somebody, an age demographic area of, let's say, 20 to 35-year-olds, even though the average first-time home buyer age gone to 37. But, and you can target that age range as well as newlyweds, that sort of thing. So that's just one of the examples of how you can target market these Facebook ads. And we can get into a few other things, but Linus, do you have any questions about what I've gone over so far?
So you've got the ad, you've boosted the post. Like what kind of posts or what kind of ads are you putting in there? I guess you mentioned that you're like targeting, like say like a demographic, like first time home buyers and such. Are you just trying to drive traffic to your business page? And like if that's kind of the goal of it,
right.
Like what's your conversion? Like how do you capture the lead at the end of the day? Is it just try and get likes and follows kind of thing, or what are you trying to do?
Listen, there is actually a lot of different questions and answers in what you just said. So first of all, boosting the post is one way. Now they have a whole back-end ads manager section where it has about 12 different selections of what you're trying to accomplish. Are you trying to accomplish, for somebody to take you up on a deal, let's say a pair of shoes on for $9.99, or are you trying to boost your page likes? And in that case, they're just going to run you a different type of ad. So you really want conversions to your website for the type of advertising I'm talking about. In terms of lead generation and trying to capture a lead, you want to still have a landing page on your website that will allow you to capture their information. So if I put an ad and put a picture of a home that's under $400,000 in my area and say homes under $400,000, click here for details, it should go to a landing page where I have an area selected on my end, predetermined, save search criteria on my website, where it just shows the homes under 400,000, and then they can search and whatnot. That's just an example of one. You can do anything from get the top 10 list of homes in your area, or what are the 12 mistakes buyers make when purchasing a home, or any of those. We call them Craig Proctor style advertising, but any type of lead generation landing page you can come up with that you can do a creative ad for.
So generally you're almost trying to direct them outside of the Facebook ecosystem then to like landing pages externally, or do you often try and get them to your Facebook page? Because I know a lot of advertising on Facebook is to try and promote your business page and try and get likes or followers, or try and get more interactivity with your business page. So have you tried doing that before, or is this something you don't suggest necessarily? I guess it depends on your strategy, but
it does depend on your strategy. The more likes you get to your business page, the more we'll call it organic advertising you can do with people. If they like your page, you can now once a week for free send out an ad to them, because anything you post on your page they're going to see. So yes, there is some benefits to having people go to your Facebook page.
It's almost like having someone sign up for a drip campaign, I guess.
Right. 100%. That's exactly what it is. So yes, there's that type. So you have to decide ahead of time what sort of campaign you want to draw. If you want to get likes to your page, that's different. Yeah, absolutely. That's the way you do it. But if I'm just trying to get a lead right now, if somebody is trying to buy in my area, I think the other way is more generic, or sorry, more specific, in the sense that you're targeting to try and get leads today. And the best thing is you can do it. You can set the ad up so many different ways, but you can set it up for different times, right? Let's say I've got time this week between the hours of 9 and 5 to answer phone calls for lead generation. So I'm only going to run my ads between 9 and 5 Monday to Friday, and I'm away this weekend. So stop the ad, pick up again on Monday. You can do stuff like that, and you can target your audience. If you want seniors and you're a downsizer, that's what you target, then you can just do ads for that demographic.
Yeah, and it's fairly cost comparable, I imagine, to how the Google has their pay-per-clicks and such too. I believe. Have you had seen like any sort of kind of cost differences, or is this an effective use of your money compared to?
I think it's a more effective use. From what all my research I've done in using both systems, there are different things that Google will allow you to do. But even when you think, okay, yeah, I want Google to be there because I want it to be on Google because it gives me more of a presence when people are searching for homes online, right? But I mean, we all work differently. And one of the things, like farming, for example, if you have an area you farm and happens to be the town that you work in, you can specifically, I know you can do this on Google as well, but you can be sort of the authority in that area for a cheaper price. So if people are looking for homes for sale in your area on Google, it's going to cost you $5-6, a click or whatnot. Whereas on Facebook, it may only cost you $1.50. Yeah. So I think at this point in time, Facebook's a cheaper way to go, and I think you get more out of it personally.
So if you were an agent just getting into Facebook advertising, wanting to try it out, what do you suggest doing then? Just putting like $50, $100 into an ad campaign, setting up a landing page, that kind of thing? Like, what would your advice be to the newbie?
Yeah, my advice to start off, just to get comfortable with the system, is to put your listing. Start with your listing. If you had a virtual tour or a page set up for your listing, so you can track how many, how much traffic goes to that page, that would be great. But just put an ad on there at the front of the house. I suggest to try, and if you can get some sort of Photoshop done of you in the picture along with the house, I think that's great. You might as well brand yourself at the same time. You're going to put the price, you're going to put a little blurb about the house, and then the landing page goes to your virtual tour site, and then it'll create some traffic and hopefully some calls. I would start off with that because it's a basic picture of the house, and people are doing it anyway, right? They're putting their virtual tour on Facebook. All you do is click boost post, give it a budget of $100 or $200, see how it runs for the period of time that you tell it to run. And it's like filling in the blanks, right? They'll ask you the questions, the demographics, the areas, and everything.
Facebook's made it really easy. They've got a nice little interface for it. It's a little bit easier to navigate in the experience that I've had with it than, say, Google for setting up an AdWords campaign. Yeah. But I mean, you've been touching on it throughout this episode so far, but it's kind of amazing how you can target the demographics so much easier than you used to be able to. And I think this is something that's overlooked by a lot of people too, especially your more traditional advertising methods. You think of putting an ad up on a bus stop or something. Like you can't guarantee that those are all going to be going like to the eyeballs of the people you want them to. Whereas here it's nice because you've got that cost certainty. Like you'll know per every click or it's $1 or $2 or whatever it is, and it's hitting that target audience that you're looking for, which is great too, right? So
well, if you're going to spend your money, it might as well be on the people that you feel comfortable doing business with too. If you're 27 in the industry and you've just got in and you're first-time home buyers, because a lot of people, your friends and family, or your friends are buying houses for the first time and everything. I think that you should target that market. I mean, when you show a house to somebody your own age demographic, you'll probably hit it off with them. I mean, you can get in even to the point where it's asking you quite, like, you can go into so many different, like, only the people that watch America's Got Talent, or subscribe to the page about politics or something. Like, you can specifically target an area that you have a common interest in with those people. So when they do call you, or they do look into who you are, they're like, I get along with this person. We must like the same things. It's really strange, but it's a bit of a psychology.
No, that's a really something I never considered, the whole like likes and interests bit. If you try and leverage that, because if you can hit it off with the person, like, it's a people business, right? So if you can breach that, that initial conversation a little bit easier, be like, oh, hey, you like the Toronto Maple Leafs as well, I see, or like, or you just, I guess you probably wouldn't say it like that. You probably bring it up a little bit more organically than just being really creepy about, oh, I saw your Facebook profile, you like the Toronto Maple Leafs and such. But exactly, it gives you a good like entry point into the conversation. So.
And especially with the foreign investment that we talked about in earlier shows, is you can target areas that, listen, I know this house is going to sell to somebody. Let's say that's the Chinese love this pocket of town or whatnot. So I'm going to, target the demographic of Chinese investment into this area, and the sellers love that. If you're in a listing presentation and saying, listen, I do something different. I know this area is predominantly Italian. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be targeting specifically Italian in this community, in this demographic, and that's who's going to see the ads. That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, for sure. So baking this into your listing presentation or your pitch is definitely it seems like a powerful tool, and I guess it will impress your clients, because from what I've heard of different agents using this, not very many do. It seems to be kind of underserved. I mean, there are quite a few agents that do dabble in this, but I mean more like percentage wise. Like, I think you're giving yourself a real competitive edge if you're pitching this service to your clients. You're going to be doing a Facebook campaign for them as well. So yeah, one of the most popular in our area, and I've been doing this for a long period of time, but I notice now it's definitely not dominated. I mean, there's still lots of room in there for people to get, jump on this, we'll call it a bandwagon, if you would, because people are starting to catch on to it. But the most popular one is, let's say Newmarket, because that's where I happen to live. Newmarket homes have gone through the roof. Find out what yours is worth. And they've got a picture, a search of a bunch of homes, and you click on it, and it's a free home evaluation, essentially what it is. So that's been a very, very popular one. So I guess, so get in there, try it out, try some different strategies, see what works for you. And that's a lot of good advice. I think this is definitely some place you should look into if you haven't in the past. So I guess we'll move on to our app of the week. We're going to try and keep the shows a little bit shorter from here on out after going almost an hour last week. So we're just going to jump into the app of the week. And Eryn has an app that he's used in the past. It's an app. It's a website. It's called Fiverr. Fiverr. So you can go to fiverr.com, and I'm going to let Eryn talk to you a little bit about it. Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't know what Fiverr is, this is gonna really be a sort of a mind-blowing experience here for you, because it's a fantastic app, and if you start to use some creativity with it, it can really save you a lot of time and money, and it'll get you clients, because the creativity that you can come up with this app/website and it's just endless in terms of opportunities. The site we'll call it site/app. Because there is the obviously app version as well.
It's really the website, but the apps kind of are a way to get to the site. It's almost like Facebook. Facebook's primarily a website, but you do have the apps on your phone to access the website.
So I'll answer the first question: is Fiverr? Why Fiverr? What's Fiverr? So they started off with the concept that everything on their site is $5. Okay, so whatever you're looking for in terms of, they'll call it, like, there's digital media, or it's just not just digital media, but if you're looking for some sort of administrative, clerical, or creative work done, you can find somebody who will do it for you for $5. Okay, so anything from writing a blog post to editing some content, to creating a music video or a video for your website, or an intro to your video, or a voiceover for an ad. I've used it for so many different things. Even if it was somebody's birthday tomorrow, I want somebody to go on dressed up in a clown suit to wish this 4-year-old a happy birthday and use their name and all the rest of it in this video, you can do it pretty much for $5. Now, how are they going to make money off of $5? So there's a lot of add-ons. So I'll do 120 words, but after that, it's another $10. Or, I'll do this in high definition instead of standard definition for an extra $10. But I think on average, I'm usually spending $15, $20 every time I do something, because I usually want it done a little bit better. But no, you can spend just as easy as $5. I had Obama wish one of my friends a happy birthday because he's an Obama fan.
Not the real Obama. But,
not the real Obama. There's one actually is a voiceover of Obama, and he'll actually for $5 call anybody you want and speak to them about, talk to them or tell them something, wish them a happy birthday, whatever it is, and actually pick up the phone call and talk to them in Obama's voice, which is pretty neat, or leave them a message if they're not home.
I kind of want to try that now. So you think that the quality is pretty good too? That would be my major concern, not having used it, that, especially if someone wants to write a blog article or something. I guess it varies on the person who's writing it.
Yep.
Or that you can screen, I guess, the vendors, for instance. But
you would be surprised. You would be surprised on the quality. And I was worried about that at first. So I've tried it out, different things, and some things are better than others. They have a full, because it's so popular, they've got lots of reviews, first of all, so you can kind of pick somebody. You can rank it by popularity as well as user satisfaction and all that sort of things. So pick somebody who's good, but you'd be surprised who is on there doing these things for you. For example, voiceover artists. I mean, or guitarists, let's say, that write their own songs. It's got, for $5, I'll write you a song about your wife or whatever, and they'll sing it to you, whatever it is. And the quality, they're all professionals. If they're not a professional, they're kicked off. That's, as far as I'm concerned, because anybody I've used a voiceover once for a voice call for like when somebody picks up the phone. Actually, our phone system and everything at the office, welcome to Century 21 or thanks for calling Century 21, is done by one of these voice artists. And I've heard her voice now that you're using her doing commercials for big companies. And it'll say in her bio, I've done Pepsi commercials, done Coke commercials, this, that, and whatever. So you're using professionals that have state-of-the-art equipment, and you just can't beat it. You can't beat the value.
So maybe next episode we'll have refreshed theme music, and we'll have like a professional voiceover at the beginning too. I'm going to take a look over Fiverr and see if we can refresh some of the podcast, special effects and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to take a little while and look over it and see what I can find there. My wife's birthday is coming up too, so maybe I can find something interesting there. Maybe she'll get a call from Obama.
I always leave it to the last day. I'm like, so-and-so's birthday. For an extra $20, you have it within 5 hours. And so they do get you. Yeah. I mean, they get you for the extras, but they'll do it, which is amazing.
Yeah. But either way, like $20-$25 for all the things you're saying, seems very reasonable to me. So yeah, I think I'm going to take a look at that. All right. Well, I guess we'll just wrap up the show here then. So if you like the show, please send us emails. We love getting emails. Also subscribe to our show on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you find your podcasts online. And please don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on those sites. So you can watch this and past shows at spotlight.century21.ca/podcast. So if you need to reach us, you can email us anytime at podcast@homeania.com. That's podcast at HOM as in Mary, EAN as in Nancy, IA.com. So this podcast was brought to you by the Spotlight Marketing Program, an exclusive marketing package available only to Century 21 agents in Canada. Spotlight provides agents with a comprehensive internet marketing strategy for their listings. We provide high-quality HDR photography, stunning HD video tours, a cutting-edge responsive website, and an extensive advertising system that will help sell your listings faster, sell them for more money, impress your clients, and generate leads. Find out why so many top agents are using Spotlight by visiting spotlight.century21.ca today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.